eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? I hear my tummy grumbling. Hey, what's that rumbling? I think my body's talking to me. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? I'm looking for a snack to eat, wondering what to choose. But that feels so delicious. It's a yummy variety. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Vegetables are fun to eat. We eat them every day. We give you lots of veggies. We could go out and play. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Some foods are not good for me, they'll zap my energy. They'll make me feel all yucky. Please don't feed those foods to me. Oh, stop the thing! Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? I'm a little bit thirsty. What do you think? Water in the gut for me. Not that sugary tea. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Should I eat this? Should I eat that? Lots and lots of choices now, the tricks and foods I eat. The sound of melodies, the healthier I will be. Should I eat this? Should I eat that? 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 Hello, students. Today this week, or the next month actually, we are going to talk about making some nutritious food choices, specifically looking at the amounts of sugar in different foods or drinks. So today our lesson is called Tips for Kids to Make Nutritious Food Choices. Your objectives are, or your learning targets are, recognize that limiting sugar intake is a healthy choice. So you need to know that if you don't have as much sugar, it makes you healthier. And we are also going to talk about nutrition labels, specifically looking at the sugar in the foods that you eat and what you drink. All right, I need you to stand up right in front of your computer. Stand up. I want you to run in place as fast as you can for 15 seconds when I say go, and I'll put a timer on. Ready, set, go. Run as fast as you can. Fast, 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 fast. Right in place, in place, in place. 5 seconds. All right. Now I want you to run in slow motion for 15 seconds right in front of your computer. Super slow motion. Run as slow as you can. Pretend like you're in slow motion. Three seconds. All right, so when you eat too much sugar, it can speed up your energy, but then it slows it way down to super slow motion. So now what I want you to do is, so you were running super fast like you had a lot of sugar, and then it slowed way down like you had a sugar crash. Now what I want you to do, I want you to, so you're still standing, run in place for 15 seconds at a medium pace. Ready, go. Not too fast, not too slow. 5 seconds. Nice, easy pace. All right, have a seat. So when your body uses sugar for energy. And if you eat some foods with sugar, that's okay. Remember, we talked about cutting down your sugar as much as you can. So if your sugar isn't too high or too low, your energy is steady. So sugar does give you energy. And there's different kinds of sugar, and some sugars are better than others, and we'll get into that a little bit. But what happens is, if you have too much sugar, especially processed sugar, like stuff that's like in soda or candy, it makes you have a lot of energy and then it makes you crash. So get ready. We are going to watch a video about sugar.
Sugar. It's sweet, it's grainy, it's, sugary. And there's at least some of it in almost everything you eat. Some foods have just a tiny bit of sugar, while others have heaps. Take a 12-ounce can of soda, for instance. It contains 10 teaspoons of sugar, which weighs 39 grams. To get the same amount of sugar, you'd have to eat 3 bananas, 30 orange sections, or 300 raspberries. With all these sugary foods out there, how can you expect to make healthy food choices? How do you know how much sugar is in the food you eat? And how much sugar is too much? Checking your food's nutrition label is a good place to start. It contains all the information you need to make healthy choices throughout your day. Nutrition labels can be challenging to read. That is, until you know where to look. Zoom in here to the sugar line. This tells you how much sugar there is in each serving. In this carton of chocolate milk, there are 25 grams. That's more than 6 teaspoons of sugar. When it comes to grams of sugar, the lower the number, the better. And if it's lower than 9, chances are you're making a healthy choice. So the next time you're parched, reach for a glass of water or milk. Instead of chocolate milk, sports drinks, or juice, which can all be high in sugar. That's right, even juice. And don't think that it matters what size it comes in, because even small servings can pack a sugar punch. So stay on guard and always check the label. Eating less sugar is a healthy choice for your body and brain. For more information on making healthy choices, visit fit.sanfordhealth.org. Sugar. It's sweet.
All right, let's look at a food label. So on the back of products that you purchase at the store, there is a food label, and it has a nutrition facts label, and they're all the same. And they've recently changed them because they were trying to disguise certain things. So things that they wanted to make really, really obvious. So let's take a look. So if you look, it says nutrition facts at the top, and it says in purple at the very top, that rectangle, serving size. So serving sizes are found at the top of the label. Examples of a serving size can be 1 slice of bread, or a 6-inch tortilla, or 1 cup of milk. The serving size isn't necessarily a portion, like something that you scoop out. It's a recommendation of how much to eat based on a 2,000 calorie diet. So if you look at the top of this, in the purple, it says serving size 2/3 of a cup, or 55 grams. So some people like to get out a measuring cup and measure 2/3 of a cup. Some people like to get out a scale and measure 55 grams. The next thing that's on there is the amount of calories. And they put it really, really, really big and really, really, really bold, so you would know how many calories were in each serving. So if you have 2/3 of a cup of whatever this is, it will have 230 calories. So percent in the blue, percent daily values. These numbers show how much of a nutrient is in a serving of food. So You're supposed to have, ideally, 100% of everything that's in there, but not all at once. So a general guide is 5% of your daily value or less per serving is considered low, and 20% is considered high. So you want each serving to be somewhere between 5% and 20%. So if you look right under the blue box, it says total fat, 10% of your daily value. So that's in between 5 and 20. If you go down to the yellowish orange box, it says total sugars. And then underneath it says 12 grams, and it includes 10 grams of added sugar, and that's at 20%. So it's in between 5 and 20, but it's kind of on the high side. So when you're looking at sugar, anything under 9 grams of sugar, whether it's natural or added, is best. So natural sugars are those found most commonly like within fruits and vegetables, and those are good sugars, and they work to energize your body. It's the added sugars that appear that are the problem. So added sugars are in candy and cookies and sweetened beverages, jams and jelly and ice cream. So added sugar has no nutritional value. So you need to try and stay away from added sugar. So we're mostly going to be focusing on sugar. So 9 grams of sugar or less per serving is good. So if I went back up to the top, and this is why the serving size is important in the purple. If I have 2/3 of a cup, I will have 12 grams of sugar. But if I have 2 servings, I would have 24 grams of sugar. So that's why it's important to measure your food, or make sure that you're not just, like if this were cereal, make sure you're not just filling up the bowl, because you don't know how much sugar is going to be in there. Even if it is 9 grams or less, if you put too much and you're over the serving size, then you will have way more sugar than you need to. So I want you to start looking at your labels. In particular, I want you to start looking at the sugar in what you are drinking. So I know that some of you are young enough to remember a couple of years ago, I went around to schools and I talked about Rethink Your Drink. And I wanted you to think about the things that you were drinking, because people drink their calories really easily. You saw in the video how much sugar is in a soda. So I want you to try and mostly drink water, and then I want you to be really careful about everything else you drink, and I want you to try to make sure that you are not drinking anything with added sugar. So turn it around, look at the label. It'll say total sugars, and it'll tell you how many, and then underneath, if it says added sugar, I want you to try and avoid that. All right, so this week we are going to try to have things with 9 grams of sugar or less per serving, and we are going to try and drink things that do not have any added sugar. So if you're thirsty, you need to drink water. That's your best choice. All right, here is a challenge for you.
Stop! Hold up on that first sip. Are you ready for a challenge? Here's how it works. Every time you think you want a soda, juice, or sports drink, reach for a water or milk instead. Your body needs liquid to stay healthy and give you energy. It even helps you stay in a good mood. Plus, a lot of times our brains think that we're hungry, when really, we're just thirsty. And when you're really thirsty, soda and juices just don't cut it. Water and milk is what your body needs. So how can you get enough? Swap those sugary drinks for a nice, cool glass of water or milk. In the morning, at lunchtime, after school. See how many times you can think before you drink during the day.
All right, students, there's your challenge. Try to avoid those sugary drinks and grab water
Stop.
or milk.
Hold up on that for a sip. Are you